So today in this class we will discuss about the ring mean production system for a transmission line. The advantage of ring mean system for production of transmission line is that all substations are interconnected together so that power can be fed from either side, and in case of fault at any section, that particular section will be disconnected, as the production system is designed in such that, and rest all systems will be running healthy. So this is the advantage of the ring main system. Now as we look into the diagram which has been shown here, that we have a generator source, that is a single generator source which has been shown here. Now from this generator source two lines are going. Let us see top line and second line. And in top line what we see, that a circuit breaker A and B has been provided, and again there is a substation S1, and between a substation S1 and S2 we have provided again circuit breakers C and D, and after that we have a circuit breaker E. So let us clarify this, why this direction arrows are shown in these circuit breakers. The arrows which are showing in both directions, as case of A and J, they are called the non-directional relays. So in this figure these two relays are placed at starting side of the generator, that is the relay A and relay J. Both these relays are the non-directional relays, that is they can operate when current flows from either side. That is the purpose of non-directional relay. Now here let us see this relay B. B is having arrow in this direction. It means whenever the power will flow from, as indicated with this arrow in this direction, then only this relay will operate as per the time setting given to this relay. Similarly, just see here relay C and D, there is also arrows are marked and accordingly time setting is given. So let us first consider the top feeder starting from A. Relay A is having a time setting of 2.5 seconds. Then we will go after substation S1, this relay C, which has been given a time second of 2 seconds. Then we will go to section E, relay E, where the time setting is given 1.5 seconds. Then move and come to the ring after the substation S3. Here this relay G is given a time second of 1 second. And further if you move beyond the S4 substation, so here the relay I is placed, which has been given a time setting of 0.5 seconds. And finally we have reached to the generating stations. So what we observe from this? We observe from this that if you move from the generating station from the top feeder and come back from the bottom feeder to the generating station, so each relay has been given setting in decreasing order, that is time setting is decreases. And similarly if we move from the generator and from the bottom feeder coming towards the top feeder or again back to the generator. So here also we can see that starting relay J is given a time setting of 2.5 second. Then H is given a time setting of 2 second. Then F is given a time setting of 1.5 second. Then D is given a time setting of 1 second. And finally at B, this has been given a time setting of 0.5 second. So what we see that we move from either side, whether we are moving from generator and through top feeder or we are moving from generator through the bottom feeder. In each direction, the time setting is in decreasing order for the OR relays. So that's why this is the advantage of the ring main system, that if there is any fault in the system at between the any substations, so the faulty point only will be disconnected from the particular substations and rest all systems will remain healthy condition. So this is the description. This is the description of this whole circuit. Now we'll discuss how this system will work if there is a fault. Here we have shown a fault here in between the circuit breakers E and F. So that we'll discuss. So let us see what is written here, that in this system various power stations or substations are interconnected by alternate routes, thus forming a closed ring. In case of damage to any section of the ring, that section may be disconnected for repairs and power will be supplied from both ends of the ring, thereby maintaining continuity of supply. This is what I have discussed earlier, that in ring main system power is fed from the both sides to form a ring, and if there is a fault in at any place between the substations, so that particular faulty point will be disconnected only from the substations and rest all systems will remain healthy. Means all substations will be carrying on supplying power to the loads. That is how this system works. Now let us move further discussion to the next slide. As figure shows that single line diagram of a typical ring main system consisting of a one generator G supplying four substations S1, S2, S3 and S4. I have discussed previously that. Let us see what are the substations: S1, S2 and S3 and S4. So these are the four substations, and all four substations are getting supply from only single one generator. Then in this arrangement power can flow in both directions under fault condition, as both the lines are connected with the G, that is generating source. So it means generator can provide power in both directions, and if fault is there at any place, then the fault current may be fed from the both sides. Therefore, it is necessary to grade in both directions around the ring and also to use the direction relays. So it becomes necessary that each section must be graded in such a way that only faulty point will be disconnected, and this had been ensured by providing the directional relays and time setting as per the decreasing order, as already I have discussed in the previous slide. Now, in order that only faulty section of the ring is isolated under fault conditions, the types of relays and their time settings should be as follows. So, let us say what are the time setting. The two lines leaving the generating station should be equipped with non-directional overcurrent relays such as relay A and J. Already we have discussed that to ensure this production system, two relays should be non-directional at generating station. That is, this is the generating station. So what are two relays? One relay A and other relay J. They are the non-directional relay, and same thing has been discussed here. Now, at each substation, reverse power or directional relays should be placed in both incoming and outgoing lines, such as relays B, C, D, E, F, G, H and I in this case. So, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Let us see what are the B, C, D. B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. These all relays are the directional relays, and they have been placed in a such a way to form a complete ring system. So let us go ahead further. There should be a proper relative time setting of the relays. As an example, going round the loop G, that is from S1, S2, S3, S4, G. The outgoing relays via A, C, E, G and I are set with the decreasing times limit setting. For example, that has been shown in figure that relay A, C, E, G, I, the time has been set in the decreasing order. So let us go to the previous diagram. We have to see that relay A, C, E, G, I, relay A, C, E, G and I. Just see, for all relays time is in decreasing order. Relay A is given 2.5 seconds, then relay C is given 2 seconds, then relay E is given 1.5 seconds, then relay G is given 1 second, and then relay I is given 0.5 seconds. So if you move in clockwise direction, then also relay setting is given in a such way that is in decreasing order. That is the main purpose of the ring main system. So same thing has been written here. And similarly, it will be applicable if you move from A, C, E, G and I relays. A, C, E, G and I. Let us see. A, C, E, G and I. Same thing is written here. Same thing is written here. Now let us move to the next slide. Similarly, going round the loop in opposite direction. Now if you want to move in opposite direction, that is along G, S1, S2, S3, S4 and G. So let us see. Outgoing relays are J, H, F, D, B. J, H, F, D, B. Let us see. What are the relays? Relays are J, H, F, D and B. So if you are moving anti-clockwise direction from G source, then also initial relay is the non-directional relay, then H is the directional relay, F is the directional relay, D is the directional relay, and B is the directional relay. So again, it means we can complete a ring starting from G, J to go back and coming to A and G. So this is the advantage of ring main system, that all substations are interconnected together to form a ring and only particular feeder or section will be disconnected from this ring which is faulty. Rest of the other loads will be remain healthy from these substations. So let us see what has been told next. They have just described the time setting, which already I have discussed, that J is 2.5 second, H is 2 second, F is 1.5 second, D is 1 second, and B is 0.5 second. Now this is a complete architecture of the ring main system which I have discussed so far, and I have told that how the relays are placed, what are the directional relays and what are the non-directional relays, and how they are placed in between the substations. That has been discussed so far. We have not discussed anything so far that how the system will operate if there is a fault at any point. So now we'll come to this point. Suppose a short circuit occurs at the point as shown in figure. As shown in figure means the figure which already I have discussed. In order to ensure the selectivity, it is desired that only circuit breakers at E and F should open to clear the fault, whereas other section of the ring should be intact to maintain the continuity of the supply. In fact, the above arrangement accomplishes this job. So, the power will be fed to the fault via two routes, that is, first from G around S1, S2, and second from G around S4, S3. Let us go back and see what he is telling. Since there are two routes, if there is a fault happens at here, then there are two routes to supply this power from this generating station. That is from G, A, C and E, and coming to the fault point. And second route is from G, J, H and F and coming to the fault point. So these are the two routes. If there is a fault, then this generator will be able to supply the power to the faulty point from two routes. So how to protect the system? So just see here what is telling, that two routes already have defined here. Now it is clear that relays at A, B, C and D as well as relays at J, I, H and G will not trip. Therefore, only relays at E and F will operate before any other relay operates because of their lower time setting. Now let us go back to the diagram. So what he is telling, that in ring main system, if there is a fault at this point here, and already I have discussed that this faulty point will be supplied power from the two routes, from generating station through S1 and S2 and from here generating station to S4 and S3. So what we see here, in towards the S1 and S2, the time setting of relays are in decreasing order, that is 2.5 second, then 2 second, then 1.5 second. So lowest time is 1.5 seconds, which has been given to the relay A. Now let us move to the S4 and S3 route. So here J relay is given time setting of 2.5 seconds, then H is given 2 seconds, and then F is given 1.5 seconds. It means in lower side, that is the S4 and S3 station side, also the lowest time setting is 1.5 seconds, that has been given to the relay F if you are moving away from the generating source. So what will happen, that if fault is there between the relay E and F, so first of all these both relays E and F will trip, and rest all relays will remain in intact position, because see, relay A direction power is as indicated, and for F also direction of power is as indicated. So power is flowing in same direction. It means E and F will operate as per their time setting. And why this H and C or A and J will not operate? Because their time setting is higher than that of time setting of E and F. Now if by means E and F is unable to operate, then next relays which is having a succeeding higher setting compared to these relays, they will operate. But first if only these nearest to fault relays whose time setting is lower, they will operate and try to protect the system. So this has been demonstrated by this diagram, and same thing has been written here, that therefore only relay at E and F will operate before any other relay operates because of their lower time setting. So this is the advantage of the ring main set system for the production of transmission line. So this is all about this lecture.